most good songs can be interpreted a lot of different ways, and the interpretation has a lot to do with the person who's doing the interpreting. It's funny because sometimes when you have an idea what a song is about, and it kind of means something to you or for you, when you find out what someone else thinks the song means, or you find out what the writer or performer of the song thinks it means or is talking about, sometimes it's a little bit of a letdown or a little bit of a disconnect because what it meant for you rang more true. And I think that even though the creator of a work may have an intent, may have a meaning behind what they're doing, that's not an absolute thing. It doesn't necessarily matter. I think it matters that they have an intent, and I think intent is carried through in a work of art. But I don't think the experience or the benefit necessarily is dependent on or having a high quality or positive or moving experience is dependent on that experience and perception being aligned literally with the creator of the work or with someone else's interpretation of the work. In other words, an example that pops to mind immediately is the Paul Simon lyric "Crosses in the Ballpark." Bob Costas asked Paul Simon what that line meant, because to Bob Costas, being a sports guy, crosses in the ballpark referred to all the ball players who had, all the great ball players who had passed away. And he was thinking of them as their crosses, their graves, metaphorically, being in the ballpark. But Paul Simon, I believe, said that he had in mind the big arena-style preachers, the big, stadium-style religious events where they would have, the giant crosses in the ballpark. And I thought that's such a great example of two different interpretations of a lyric, both wonderful and meaningful for the person, for the writer and for this, Bob Costas, the journalist, or who was just a listener. That's a great example of the literal meaning not really being the point of enjoying a piece of work. So let me know what you think. I'd like to hear your comments and your thoughts on this.